So what's up, people? I hope we're live. I believe so. One second, I just need to check. Yes, absolutely, we're live. Okay, great. One second, I just need to fix everything over here. So, people, I believe everybody is doing great, nice, and absolutely fine. Okay. And it's too cold here in Kashmir. Okay. So, in this lecture, we're gonna be basically talking about the torque today, what exactly the torque is, and some of the previous year questions as well. Okay, that we will be talking about in the today's session. And before that, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to tell you that this is a piece of information about me. You can definitely read it out from the screen itself. Okay, so just check this out. And next is, you can definitely follow me on Unacademy. This is my username over there. That's Yawar Manzoor. So go for this one as soon as possible. Next thing is, if you people want to come on Unacademy's own platform, over there you can learn from country's top educators. Okay, top educators. So definitely you are supposed to take this plus subscription or this iconic subscription. Okay, by taking this plus and this iconic subscription, you can learn from the top educators of the country. Okay, and what are the benefits that you can exactly get if you come onto this plus and iconic subscription? The first thing that you're going to be getting is the live classes. Okay, you will be getting the live classes every single day. A lot of educators will be basically teaching you different topics inside Unacademy over there, and you'll be getting weekly tests. Once you are done with the entire stuff that you have studied for the entire week, afterwards you'll be getting the weekly tests. Okay, and these structured courses, the courses which have been designed by the top educators of the country, you're going to be getting it over there as well. And unlimited access means you can watch anybody's lecture any damn time. Okay, so this is basically that you're going to be getting. Now, if you take this iconic subscription, what are the benefits that you can exactly get? First of all, you will be getting all the benefits you get in plus, some of the extra benefits as well. That is the personal guidance. Okay, this is what we call the personal mentorship. An educator will be basically helping you throughout the exam. What are all the clarifications you need? What are all the doubts you have? He will definitely clear those doubts. And this test analysis, once you are done with your test, afterwards you have to analyze your test scores. In what portion you are lagging in what portion you need to work more so that you will get the better scores in the upcoming time. And experts guidelines as well, study material and study planners as well. Next is, these are the prices that you can exactly get. If you want to take this plus subscription, you can take it for 30 months, 24 months, 12 months, 6 months, 3 months. Okay, so these are the prices exactly. And most important thing is, no cost EMI is available. Okay, no cost EMI is exactly available. So you can definitely go for this one. You don't have to pay any sort of interest. You can definitely go for this one. Okay, hello, what's up, hey people, what's going on? And next is, this is for iconic subscription. Okay, you can definitely use my code in order to get the maximum possible discount. This is my code, that is Yawar. Okay, and this is the T20 test series. If you wanna basically get these much of offers like this one, this one, this one, definitely you should go for this test series. Use my code while you basically enroll in this one. This is my code, that is Yawar. And this is what we call the Unacademy's combat, mega combat. This is the only way you can learn free from Unacademy. If you're looking for taking Unacademy subscription and you don't want to pay any sort of money, this is the only way. Okay, go for this Unacademy combat. This happens on every Sundays. Okay, every Sundays. Okay, this happens on every Sundays. Go for this one, definitely it will help you. And this is ask a doubt. If you have any sort of doubt, you can post it on Unacademy, you'll get the solutions. Like, you can ask unlimited number of doubts. You can ask the doubt any damn time. You'll get the high quality video solutions, that too in English as well as in Hindi language. And you will receive exact matches for your questions as well. And next is, make sure the picture you upload should not be blurred, okay? And you crop that particular image so that you'll get the better scores, so that basically you'll get this kya naam hai iska, doubt, solutions to your doubt very soon as possible, okay? And this is what we call ask a doubt do's and don'ts, okay? If you need to basically follow these rules and protocols while you go for this doubts and do's and don'ts, and while you go for this doubts and solutions, okay? Now today in this lecture we will be exactly talking about that's nothing but torque. What is this torque all about? Do you guys know? You have any sort of idea what this torque is all about? Lot of people say this torque is nothing but this is moment of force, okay? People say this is moment of force, okay? People say this is a rotating effect of force, okay? Some people say this is a rotational version of force, okay? Okay, some people say this is nothing but turning effect as well. What is the exact definition that we need to exactly talk about today? I'll tell you everything. Don't worry about that. Let me just give you an example over here. Let me just give you the feel over here. If, for example, there's a door in front of me, okay? This is a door. This is a door, something like this, okay? This is a door, okay? You consider this as a door. Yeah. This is exactly the door that I'll be showing you over here. This is, for example, the door, okay? This door can exactly rotate something like this. This can exactly rotate something like this. This can exactly rotate something like this. Is a door. About this axis, this door can exactly rotate. Understand? This is the scenario that I'm basically making you understand over here. Listen to me very carefully. If I say I am applying some sort of force on this door, for example, that is something like this, okay? This is the force that I am applying on this door. See, it will be exactly something like this is the force that I am applying on this door, okay? This is over here and I am applying some sort of force, something like this, okay? This is the force that I am applying. Now, because of this force, what's gonna happen? You'll say, sir, because of this force, the door will exactly rotate. This turning effect, a rotating effect will be basically produced over here, understand? So the door will exactly rotate. Understand? You getting me what I'm trying to say? Now, you will say, sir, this door is rotating because of what? Because of this force, that force you are applying over here. I'm saying no, this is not rotating because of this force. It is rotating because of some other quantity. Say, sir, simply you are applying the force over here because of that force, this is rotating. No, we say this rotating effect, this turning effect over here on this door is basically being produced by some other quantity. That quantity is what we call the torque. Or you simply say, this torque is nothing but a turning effect only, rotating effect only. Understand? If, for example, I'm applying some sort of force on this door. So because of that force, a kind of turning effect is being produced in this door. And because of that turning effect, the door exactly rotates. That turning effect is what we call what? That is nothing but torque. Understand? The force is directly not rotating this door. The force is creating the torque and torque is basically rotating the door. Understand? You need to understand this fact over here. I'll just make you understand. See, you'll say, sir, if there are few people who say, sir, this door is basically rotating, this door is basically rotating because of what? Because of this force. I'm saying it is rotating because of the torque. Now see, if for example, I'm applying same force, same amount of force on this block over here. Say, sir, because of this force, this block will, for example, move in a forward direction with velocity v. It will move in forward direction. Now, in this case, if you apply this force, if you say, sir, because of the force, this door is rotating. I'm saying over here, I'm applying same sort of force. So why isn't this block rotating over here? Why this block is basically moving in a straight line? There is no rotation over here. That's why I say. So there are some other parameters also that we need to keep under consideration while we basically talk about its rotating effect. Understand? It is not only force which creates this rotating effect. It is some other things, like you have to basically take the radius at this point if you apply the force. Like this is the axis of rotation. At this point, if you apply the force, there will be the rotating effect. At this point, there will be no rotating. If you pull this door in something like this, in in this direction, which is away from this one, so there will be no rotating effect. So you have to apply force in such a way so that rotating effect will be produced, so that turning effect will be produced, and that turning effect is what we call torque. Understand? That turning effect, that rotational version, that rotating effect is nothing but torque. This is moment of force. Understand? Rotational version of force. I hope you got the feel of this one. Simply, if for example, we have a door over here, we are applying some sort of force on this door. Because of that force, the kind of rotating effect is basically being produced in that door. And because of that rotating effect, the door is basically rotating over here. Because of that rotating effect is what we call the torque. I hope you got the feel. And this is what we call the torque about an axis, okay? Torque about an axis, okay? This is the axis. This door is basically rotating about this axis, I would say, if you are applying some sort of force in this case. Now we say this torque is moment of force, rotational version of force. Understand? Rotating effect of force, rotational version of force. Like the force, torque plays the same role in rotation as force plays in linear motion. This is basically the difference. Keep this thing in your mind. Next thing over here is that we need to keep in our mind, that is, listen to me very carefully. Now see how this torque is basically being produced exactly. The question is how exactly this torque is being produced, okay? We say this torque depends upon three things. If you want to create, understand, if you want to produce the torque in this case over here, so it depends upon three things, okay? What is the first thing? You'll say, sir, how much amount of force we need to apply? Understand? More you apply the force on this one, more will be the rotating effect, more will be the torque, more fastly it will rotate. Less amount of force you apply on this one, less magnitude of force is very less. So it will rotate not that fastly. Understand? So more you apply force, more fastly it will rotate, more will be the turning effect, rotating effect, or more will be the torque in that case. Okay? So we say more is the force, we say torque is more. Understand? Magnitude of force is more, we say torque is more. In this case, if we talk about this door over here, fine. So if you apply this force exactly over here. The next thing is where exactly. I'm saying, for example, this is the same door over here in front of me. If you, for example, it is rotating about this axis, okay? I hope you can see this one, okay? So it is rotating about this axis. If I say, for example, you apply the force at this point on the axis of rotation, by ye rotate karega, nahi karega na. On the axis, if for example, your mom asks you, open the door or close the door, what you are supposed to do? You will basically push this handle over here, door handle, which is exactly placed at the edge of the door, okay? At the edge, at this point, not at the axis about which it is rotating. So you need to apply the force at the edge, or you need to pull it at the edge. So means if this radius from the axis of rotation, if we talk about the radius, if we talk about this radius over here, okay? So we say if this radius is more, we say what? That is torque is exactly more. We represent this torque with this tau, okay? We represent this torque with this tau. So we say in that case, torque is more. See, if you keep on decreasing the radius, means if you make the radius 0, means you are applying the force at axis of rotation. In that case, this will be exactly 0, okay? It will be exactly 0. So now at this point, if you apply the force, the radius is more. So in that case, the door will basically rotate. I hope you're getting the feel of this one, okay? So we say radius is more, the torque will be exactly more. At what angle exactly? Now the point is, if I say, for example, this is the door over here, you are applying some sort of force, something like this, okay? What is the angle? This is the radius factor, okay? If I talk about this door, okay, this is, for example, the radius factor over here, okay? So this, if I extend this radius, this will be something like this. So you are applying the force something like this. Chalo, idhar banata hu. I'll make it somewhere over here, okay? It is, for example, something like this, okay? This is rotating about this axis. For example, you are applying the force something like this, okay? Okay, let me just make you understand that with this example. If, for example, this is a bolt, okay? This, you can make it, you'll get the feel of this one, okay? This is a bolt and this is a nut. If you want to basically open or close this nut, what you are supposed to do, you have to basically rotate this one. You have to apply the force which will create the torque, due to which the rotating effect will be produced over here. And this will be basically, you can open or close this nut over here. Now listen to me very carefully. If I say, for example, you apply the force something like this in the outward direction, okay? This is basically the radius. This is the axis of rotation. About this axis, about this, which is coming out, this bolt is basically rotating. Can I say in that case, this will be exactly radius? Now, if you are applying this force exactly in this case, Can you tell me, will this nut rotate exactly? This is something like this. So you have to apply the force something like this at 90 degrees, understand? Or at some angle. Now, if you are pulling this door in the outward direction, angle is 0 degrees, understand? In that case, radius is outwards, F is outwards. So we say, no, there will be no rotating effect because you are pulling this door in the outward direction. If you want to create the rotating effect over here, just push this one, something like this, ऐसे, ठीक है? Or you do it something like this also, ऐसे. So what is the angle in that case? If I say, for example, you are applying the force something like this, okay? This is the force. इसको extend करो. So what is the angle between this force and this radius factor? If you say, you'll say, sir, in that case, if I say, for example, this is theta. So this will be some component, this will be another component. So more you increase the theta at 90 degrees, for example, you are applying the force something like this, less rotating effect. If you are supposed to close the door or open the door, you will basically push it something like this, or you will pull it something like this at 90 degrees. अरे angle कितना है आ रहा है इसके force के बीच में 90 degrees. Okay, so you have to apply the force at 90 degrees. Means theta is more from 0 degrees. See, this is something, you are pulling this door in something. Now you are applying some at some angle. Understand? This is 30 degrees, 40, 50, 60, and when it becomes 90, maximum torque will be exactly produced. So can I say in this case, we'll say, sir, this theta is more and this torque will be exactly more. So torque depends upon three things. That is, the first of all is what? That is force, the magnitude of force. More you apply the force, more will be the torque in that case. And radius is more, we say torque is more. Radius is more, we say torque is more. At what angle exactly? Theta is more, we say torque is exactly more. Understand? So over here, I'll just tell you, you write sine of theta, okay? Because value of theta depends upon, value of sine depends upon theta only. Theta is more, sine theta is more, we say torque is more. This is more, this is more. I'll tell you after some time why do we write the sine theta in that case, okay? Now, if I ask you to combine all the three, what will be the expression for torque? See, force is more means torque is directly proportional to force, okay? Force is more, torque is more. We say radius is also directly proportional to this torque. Same goes over here. Can we just write, if we combine all the three, this torque will be exactly equal to, that is nothing but RF. See, radius is more, torque is more. Force is more, torque is more. RF, and it is nothing but that is sine of theta. Understand? So this is the expression for torque. This is the expression for torque. You'll say, sir, why this sine theta? Why not theta only? What is the reason behind that? Okay. Okay. So this is basically what? This is the formula for this torque. Let me just make you understand how exactly, why am I writing this sine theta over here? If I say, for example, this is an axis, okay? This is a rod over here. This rod is rotating about this axis. I want to create the torque. You apply some force, there will be the rotating effect will be produced. That is what we call the torque. Now see, if I say, for example, I'm applying the force something like this at this angle, not at 90 degrees exactly, at this angle exactly. I call this as a force. This is the force I'm applying. Can I say this is the radius factor over here? Say, sir, this is the radius factor. If I elongate this radius factor, this will be exactly this R, okay? So can I say this is making the angle theta with this one? 100%. Now, this F will have two components. So first component will be something like this. I call this as what? This is F sine of theta. And can I say this component will be exactly, that is nothing but F cos of theta. You tell me one thing. In this case, which component of this force is responsible for creating the torque? Can you just tell me in the live chat? Which component of this force is responsible for creating the torque? Simply, we can say this F sine theta is responsible for creating the torque, because this F cos theta, this is, see, if you want to rotate this rod, if you want to create the torque rotating effect, you need to basically rotate this. Rotate कैसे करेगी? ऐसे force लगाओ कि इसको बाहर खींचोगे, फिर ये बाहर जाएगी, ठीक है ना? So this force is basically pulling this rod in outward direction. So because of this F cos theta, this rod will not rotate because of this F sine theta, which is perpendicular to this rod. So this will rotate this rod. It is basically something in 3D. So because of this F sine theta, this rod will exactly rotate. So because of this F sine theta, the rod will rotate. So we can say because of this F sine theta, yeah, we say because of this F sine theta over here, the torque will be exactly produced in that case. Understand? Now you got it. So that's why I'm writing sine of theta. Instead of this, theta I'm writing sine of theta, understand, so that I can able to basically, because if we take the component of this one, so basically in that case we can get the torque because of this force only, understand. I hope you got this, you got the feel of this one. Okay, fine. This is tau t is equal to rf sine of theta, understand, where theta is the angle between this r and f, where theta is the angle between this r and f. Everybody got the feel of this one? Come on. Okay, everybody. भाई कैप लगाना भूल गया. Okay, now let's go with this one. Let's go with this one. Now people say torque is a vector. Okay, see, this is tau is equal to rf sine of theta. Okay, if I say, for example, A cross B, you'll say, sir, A cross B is nothing but AB sine of theta. So can I write this as tau is equal to, that is nothing but R cross F, that is RF sine of theta over here. So the vector form of this torque, I can simply say that is nothing but this only. The previous one was the scalar form. So we say this is nothing but torque. It's a vector. So we say this is nothing but that is R cross F. Understand? Okay. So this is what? This is telling us that torque is nothing but that is moment of force. Okay. That is torque is moment of force. Understand? That is rotational version of force. Understand? Moment of force. R cross F. If I tell you what is this A cross B, you'll say, sir, AB sine of theta, where theta is the angle between A and B. In this case, RF sine of theta. So what is this? Can we just write RF sine of theta, where theta is the angle between A and B? Simply, exactly, this R and F, exactly. Or you can simply say, this will be exactly tau is equal, that is RF, and this is sine of theta, or this n cap. You can write it like this also, understand? Where n cap gives you the direction of this torque. This much is giving you the magnitude of the torque, and this n cap is giving you the direction of the torque, where this n cap is perpendicular to both this and this plane of R and F. Understand? If I talk about this is R and this is F, so torque will be exactly that is perpendicular to this one. Understand? That is perpendicular to this R and F, plane of this R and F. If I say, for example, this R is in this direction, understand? Yes. If I say, for example, this R is in this direction, force is in this direction. So torque will be exactly perpendicular to this R and F, plane of this R and F. In this, I hope you might have studied this one, okay, in your vectors. So you got the feel of this one? Yes. Now, people say this torque about a point. What this, see, till now we were discussing that this was torque about an axis. About this axis, this body is rotating. About this axis, this body is rotating. Understand? So we say, sir, this door is basically rotating over here. Sir, we say this door is basically rotating over here about this axis. Okay? So this axis. Now, if I say, what is torque about a point? What is torque about a point? Now, if I say, for example, this body, this is a very simple common question, or you take a body over here, you take a point. Understand? If I say, for example, this is a point, or you can make a body over here. On this body, you say, for example, the force is basically acting something like this. Okay? About this point, could you please tell me, is this body rotating? Is this body basically rotating 100% about this body? If I say, for example, this will be R, understand? So in this case, could you please tell me what is the torque in this case? You will simply say, sir, that is nothing but RF sine of theta. So in this case, we say torque about this point, understand? Because about this point, this is basically rotating. See, for example, if I talk about this body will basically, if I say, for example, this force is acting in this direction. If I say the force is acting in this direction, okay, this is the force. Now see, if I talk about this point, the body is basically rotating. Understand? The body is basically rotating. Understand? See, if I talk about this, if I take a point over here, understand? About this point, the body is basically moving in a straight line. Understand? You getting me what I'm trying to say? But about this point, this body is kind of doing the rotation. See, if I talk about I'm a point, okay, this is the observer exactly over here. Observer is basically exactly over here. Now this body is basically moving something like this. You can call it something like that. The force is basically acting on this one, okay? Yes. See, the direction of this angular velocity, the direction of this angular speed, this angular velocity, direction of angular acceleration, angular displacement, all have the direction in the upward direction. Understand? In that is perpendicular to that plane. Understand? You curl your fingers along the rotation, thumb is giving you the direction of what? So it will be always in upward direction. Don't confuse yourself. Whenever we say torque is clockwise or anti-clockwise, that doesn't mean Torque is basically clockwise or anti-clockwise. That is just a name, understand? But torque will be always perpendicular to this one. Like we say A cross B, understand? This A cross B. What is the direction of this? If I say, for example, this tau is nothing but that is R cross F, understand? So the direction of this torque will be exactly direction of this vector, that is resultant vector. If I say, for example, this R is equal to A cross B, direction of this resultant will be always perpendicular to the direction of the plane of this vector and this vector, understand? So this you might have studied in your vectors itself. Keep this thing in your mind, okay? This is physics, bro. This is physics. They say torque is perpendicular to this one. Yes, we have to agree with that. Now, this is a force over here. This is a force over here. So about this point, if I say this point is exactly over here, this body is basically moving something like this. So I can clearly say that if I completely focus on this body is moving in a forward direction. So if I have to focus, if I keep my eye on this body, then I have to rotate my body, understand? And then I have to rotate my eyes, my face. For example, this body is over here, this moving in this direction. I have to rotate my face. So about this point, exactly. So I say this is doing the rotational motion, understand? The angle is basically changing over here. So we say this is basically doing the rotational motion. Listen to me very carefully. If I say this is R, can I say in that case, torque about a point will be exactly same? We say, sir, this will be exactly over here. This is this exactly. So if I say, for example, this is R, can I say this is theta? If this is theta, this is R cos theta, this is R cos theta. Can I just write this will be R sine of theta exactly? Can you tell me what is the value of torque over here? Sir, that is nothing but RF sine of theta, understand? Or F into R sine of theta. This F into this R sine of theta exactly, understand? RF perpendicular, like in the previous case, I forgot to tell you. We say this torque we can exactly write. See, can I just write this will be nothing but that is F perpendicular and this is nothing but that is F parallel, because this force is parallel to the radius. This force is perpendicular to the radius. So in that case, I can write this torque is basically RF perpendicular also. So over here, so can we just write this torque will be exactly that is nothing but F into R perpendicular, because we are taking this perpendicular component exactly, understand? In that case, fine. Keep this thing in your mind. Let's move on to the next one. Now people say, what is the direction of torque exactly? Anti-clockwise torque, clockwise torque, okay? What that exactly means? See, torque is what? You say, sir, torque is nothing but that is what? That is R cross F, okay? Torque is what? That is R cross F. Go from R to F, understand? In this case, if for example, this is a door, this is rotating about this axis, this is rotating about this axis. You apply the force something like this, understand? The force is basically perpendicular to this one. This is R. Go from R to F, R cross F. Thumb is pointing in the upward direction. Thumb is pointing in the upward direction. So can I say in this case, we are moving what? Can I say, we say in this case, we are moving in anti-clockwise direction. See, we are curling our fingers in anti-clockwise direction because we are supposed to move from R to F exactly. So we say in this case, torque is what? That is anti-clockwise, anti-clockwise. But this is just a name, as I told you. We say in this case, we take this anti-clockwise torque as that is positive torque. Depends upon you. You take this, some people take this as positive, some take this as positive. Okay, these are just the names. But what is the actual direction of torque? You curl your fingers from R to F, thumb is pointing in the upward direction. So can I say in this case, this will be exactly the torque? 100%. So in this case, we say torque is that is nothing but upwards. Simply that is nothing but upwards. Okay, torque is upwards. We say torque is positive, torque is anti-clockwise, whatever you say. Now, in this case, could you please tell me what is basically the torque? You'll say, sir, in this case, we say that is torque is what? That is clockwise over here. So over here, we say basically go from R to F, go from R to F. Okay, curl your fingers from R to F. Thumb is pointing in the downward direction. So we say in this case, this torque is basically what? That is clockwise. We take this torque basically as that is negative. We take this torque basically as that is downward. Okay, this is the situation. This is the situation exactly. I hope you got it, man. Let's move on to the next one. What is the maximum torque and minimum torque? Understand? Now, for example, this is a door exactly over here. This is a door exactly. Okay, I wanna basically rotate this door. I am applying some sort of force on this one, something like this. If I ask you to basically produce maximum torque, maximum rotating effect, this should rotate very fastly. More the force, more the torque, more will be the rotating effect. This will rotate very fastly in that case. So at what angle? See, if I talk about the torque, you will say, sir, this torque is exactly, that is RF sine of theta. Understand? So what should be the value of angle, this theta, so that the torque will be maximum? It is very simple. We say at theta is equal to 90 degrees, torque is maximum. It is something like this. This is a door over here. Okay. Yes. This is a door over here. Okay, listen to me very carefully. This is a door over here. I'm applying some sort of force, something like this. Initially, something like this. Okay. Will the torque be produced over here? You'll say, sir, yes. There will be less rotating effect. Okay. Some torque will be produced because force is in this direction at some angle, If I ask you to apply, get the maximum torque over here, get the maximum rotating effect over here, you'll say, sir, apply the force, something like this. That is perpendicular to this one. In that case, more rotating effect, this will be, door will rotate very fastly. Understand? So in that case, can I say theta is basically 90 degrees? Apply the force, something like this. This is R. So can I say in that case, theta is basically 90 degrees over here? Okay. So theta is basically 90 degrees. So in that case, what will be the value of this torque? Sine of 90. Understand? Now see, or you can understand it something like this. If you want this quantity to be maximum, you are supposed to make this quantity maximum. Understand? So you want, now see, R, for example, this is the R over here. At this point, if I say, for example, this R is constant over here. If I talk about this point, you are applying the force at this point. You R, you take maximum. F completely depends upon you are saying, sir, I'll apply the maximum amount of force in this case. Okay. I'll apply the maximum amount of force in this case. And afterwards, you are applying some sort of force on this one. Understand? You are applying some sort of force on this one. That is maximum. Now, torque depends upon, I would say, sine theta. And it depends upon what? We say, sir, this torque exactly depends upon this sine of theta. Understand? And sine theta exactly depends upon this, what we call the theta. So if you want this quantity to be maximum, you are supposed to make this quantity maximum. So अगर ये maximum हुआ, ये maximum हुआ, maximum value इसका कितना होता है? 1, ठीक है ना? 1 कब होता है इसका maximum? You will say, sir, sine of theta is maximum when theta is equal to, that is 90 degrees. And in that case, sine theta is basically, that is 1. So just put it over here. So can we say in that case, this tau will be exactly, that is RF sine of 90 degrees. So it will be nothing but RF perpendicular exactly, or simply RF, you just write it over here. So can I say this will be the maximum torque? Understand? This was the mathematical proof and this is the simple proof. If you want torque to be maximum, apply the force at 90 degrees. Okay. Torque will be maximum. Okay. In this case. Now, could you please tell me what will be the direction of torque? You'll say, sir, anti-clockwise or in upward direction. Anti-clockwise is just a name. So that's why torque is coming out to be maximum over here. Okay. This is anti-clockwise. Upward / anti-clockwise / positive. That's why we are getting the positive torque over here. Sine of 90, that is +1 over here. Okay. So people, everybody understood this one? Everybody? Advanced Miladun Nabi. You're a Muslim, bro? Andamalai. So basically, we have this over here. Understand? So we have this over here. So this is the maximum torque. So if you want torque to be maximum, you are supposed to make this quantity maximum. Understand? Theta. This sine theta to be maximum. And value of sine theta is maximum when theta is 90 degrees. Sine theta will be exactly 1 in that case. Okay. So you were on holidays. Okay. How was your trip exactly? Okay. That's great, man. Now see, listen to me very carefully. If I talk about this maximum torque over here, can I say when theta is equal to 270 degrees, in that case also torque will be maximum. See, theta is basically, see, in the previous case, this is 90 degrees over here. Now over here, this will be, can I say this is nothing but theta is equal to 270 degrees, 100%. Angle between R and F, okay? Angle between this R and F, this is nothing but 270, okay? Can I say this is 90 degrees? See, in case of finding the direction, you are supposed to go from R to F in smaller angle. Understand? Keep that thing in your mind, okay? In case of finding the direction, go from this R to F in smaller angle. Understand? We say this is inward, downward, whatever you say. Okay, if I say, for example, this is a rod over here. Listen to me very carefully, okay? Okay. Was on beach full day. Listen to me very carefully. If I say this is a door over here, okay? You are applying some sort of force on this door, something like this, okay? Fine. Sorry, something like this, okay? Now, this is the force and this is the radius. Now, if I ask you to tell me the direction, go from this R to basically V in smaller angle, it will give you the downward direction. Understand? It will give you the direction, downward direction. Now, if I say selection of theta, in that case, you are supposed to go in something like this. Understand? Go from something like this. So theta will be 270 degrees. So can I say in this case also, torque will be nothing but we say, sir, that is RF. This is sine of theta exactly. So if you put it over here, that is theta is equal to 270 degrees. I guess sine 270 is minus 1. Okay. So can I say this will be nothing but that is minus RF exactly. So this is the maximum torque. Negative sign is basically telling you the direction over here. So we say torque is, that is what? Clockwise in this case. We say torque is nothing but that is negative in this case. We say torque is nothing but that is downward. That's why we are getting the negative sign. Because we take downward torque as, in this case, torque will be exactly downward. Like the previously I told you over there. Okay. I hope you got it, man. Okay. Come on. Theta is equal to 0 degrees. So can I say tau is basically 0 in this case also? Okay, let me just write it over here. So you'll say, sir, this tau is, that is nothing but RF and this is sine of theta exactly. Now, minimum torque. When the torque is minimum, see, if you want this quantity to be minimum, you have to make this quantity minimum. Can I say this quantity will be exactly minimum at when theta is equal to 0 degrees? If when theta is equal to 0 degrees, what is the minimum value of sine? You will say 0. So you will say, sir, torque depends upon this sine theta exactly over here, 100%. So you want sine theta to be minimum. Okay, you want this sine theta to be minimum. So if you want this sine theta to be minimum, so theta has to be basically equal to 0 degrees. In that case, tau will be exactly, sine 0 is 0. So 0 multiplied by this, so torque will be exactly 0 in that case. Now, what is that exactly? What is that exactly? Listen to me very carefully. If I am, for example, applying the force on this in the outward direction towards you people, or if I, for example, show it something like this, towards this one in the right direction, I am not applying the force perpendicularly or at some angle. Theta is equal to 0 degrees in this case. So will the rotating effect be produced over here? No, definitely not. Why? Because in this case, you're pulling this body in the outward direction. No rotating effect will be exactly over there. Okay. You're pulling this body. Okay. So you're pulling this body in the outward direction. In that case, there will be no torque exactly. Okay. So we say that's why in this case, torque will be exactly minimum. Okay. So torque will be exactly 0 degrees because theta over here is basically 0 degrees. Theta is the angle between R and F. So in this case, R is in the outward direction and force is also in the outward direction. बाहर की तरफ इसको pull कर रहा है. Okay. Now theta is 180 degrees. If for example, there's a rod over here, you are applying the force something like this. Understand? So we say tau is equal to RF sine of this theta. Theta is 180. Can I say torque will be exactly 0 in this case also? Minimum torque. So this is a rod. Understand, this is a door over here. Let me just make you understand. This is a door. Okay, this door is basically rotating about this axis. Okay, something like this. You are pushing this door. This force is passing through the axis of rotation. In that case also, if you are pushing this door, will this door rotate? No rotating effect will be produced over here. So we say in that case, torque will be exactly 0. Understand? We say torque will be exactly 0. Whenever the force passes through the axis of rotation, we say basically torque is 0. Keep that thing in your mind. Okay? Now we have this question which was asked in JEE Advanced 2018. Can you people solve this? I just want to know which option is exactly the correct option. A, B, C, D. Come on, everybody over here, write down in the live chat which option is the correct option. Which option is the correct option? Come on. Can you guys tell me which option is the correct option in this case? A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. This is the multiple correct exactly. JEE Advanced 2018. Multiple correct exactly. Can you solve this question, everybody? I just wanna know, man. Okay. It's gonna be okay. Listen to me very carefully. We are given that we have a body of mass 1 kg. Okay, there is a body over here of mass 1 kg. At time, which is exactly at origin, initially at rest. Ye rest pe hai, theek hai na? So a force is basically acting on this body. Understand? A force is basically acting in such a way so that torque will be basically produced. If I say, for example, this is a body. Okay, मैं बोल रहा हूँ ऐसे, for example, the force is acting on this body. Understand? Because of this force, the rotating effect will be exactly produced over here. Torque will be basically produced over here. We are supposed to find the value of that torque in the option number 1. We have to solve for all the 4 options. Okay, we are supposed to find the direction of that torque. Understand? We are supposed to find its velocity at what will be the velocity of this body at t is equal to what? At t is equal to 1 seconds. What will be the magnitude of displacement at t is equal to 1 seconds? Okay, can you tell me how can we exactly solve this question? This is how we are supposed to do this one. Listen to me very carefully. First of all, we need to find the torque. Okay, force is given, we need to find the torque. Understand? If force is given in a vector form, we need to find the torque exactly. Now, in order to find the torque, you will say, sir, the first thing exactly that we do is that is R cross F. Okay, R cross F. Now, in this case, force, you know, how much force is acting on this body at t is equal to 1 seconds. At t is equal to 1 seconds, you know, that is this much. Okay, this is the force. Now, R, you don't know. You are supposed to find this radius vector exactly in that case. Listen to me how exactly we're gonna be solving this question. So if I say force exactly over here is this one. So force is given, that is what? Force exactly that is given what? You'll say, sir, this is nothing but that is this alpha t I cap and this is plus this beta j cap. Exactly, this is given something like this. So this is given something like this. Okay, now it is saying that clearly over there, sir, alpha is basically that is 1, this alpha is 1 and beta is also that is 1. Okay, beta is also 1. Just put it over here. So we'll get this force exactly, we'll get this force that is F is equal to, that is put alpha 1. So can I just say T is what? We'll say, sir, this will be Ti plus this will be exactly that is J cap. Can we just write it like that? 100%. Now, afterwards, we are supposed to find radius vector or we are supposed to find displacement vector. Can you just tell me acceleration in this case? You'll say, sir, acceleration from the force. How much force is acting? You'll say, sir, acceleration is nothing but that is F upon this M. So what is this force exactly over here? Say, sir, force acting is that is nothing but this is Ti cap and this will be plus J cap. And what is the mass of that body? That is 1 kg exactly given. Just put it over here. So this acceleration is coming out to be that is Ti plus J only. Understand? So we got this one. Everybody got the feel of this one. So we got the acceleration. Can you tell me how to find the velocity from this acceleration? You'll say, sir, velocity from acceleration, that is nothing but integration of that is A V is equal to A dt exactly. If velocity is given, you are supposed to find the acceleration, you differentiate. If acceleration is given, you are supposed to find the velocity, you integrate. Okay, so just integrate this term over here. You know the acceleration in this case. Okay, yeah, acceleration hai na, just put it over there. That is Ti plus J exactly. Integration of Ti plus J, that is integration of this is Ti plus this J exactly, and this will be dt. So after integrating, can I just write this velocity will come out to be that is T square by 2, that is I cap, and this will be exactly that is T and this will be J cap exactly. 100% we can call it like that. Okay, now afterwards, can you tell me what is the position vector? You'll say, sir, position vector. In order to find the position vector, you'll simply say that is R is nothing but integration of that is V dt. Okay, a reverse process. In that case, can I just write integration of this one, that is T square by 2, this is I cap, plus this is T and this is j cap exactly, and this is dt. Can I just write it something like this? You'll say, sir, this r will come out to be, that is simply nothing but this is t cube. See, integration of this is what? That is t cube. Okay, that is t cube by 2 into 3, that is 6, t cube by 6. And this will be exactly, that is t square by 2 exactly. This came out to be the radius factor. Now you got the radius factor, you have the force factor, put it over here, get the value of this torque. Understand? Now, afterwards, let's go for the option number 1. You'll say, sir, this torque will come out to be, that is nothing but r cross f, that is r cross this f. Understand? Now, see, we are supposed to find the torque acting on a body about the origin at t is equal to 1 seconds. At t is equal to 1 seconds. So means, first of all, we'll find the radius at 1 seconds and we'll find the force at 1 seconds. How much that will be? See, at 1 seconds, if I talk about the force, put t is equal to 1 seconds. So F at 1 seconds, can I just write it will be something like that is I cap plus this j cap, simply because t is equal to 1 seconds. This will be I cap plus j cap. And in this case, at t is equal to 1 seconds, at t is equal to 1 seconds, can I just write this will be 1 by 6 and this is I cap over here. This is 1 by 6 I cap over here, and this will be exactly plus 1 by 2 and this is j cap over here. Just put it in this one. You will say simply, sir, that is r kitna hai? You will say, sir, 1 by 6, this is I cap, plus 1 by 2, this is j cap, and this will be cross forces I plus j simply, that is I plus this j simply. Now go for the cross product, that's all. Okay, go for the cross product, that's all. Fine. So can you just tell me what is exactly over here, what we're gonna be exactly finding? See, this is I cross I, forget about this one, 0. So I cross j in this case, can I just write this will be 1 by 6 and this will be I cross j, that is plus k. So we can simply say this is nothing but that is k cap. Okay, 1 into this, 1 by 6 into this one, and this will be exactly j cross this I. J cross I is how much? Minus k cap. So we'll say, sir, this is minus 1 by 2 and this is k cap. Okay, so afterwards, can we just write it will be nothing but minus 1 by 3 and this is what? That is k cap. This is coming out to be the minus 1 by 3 k cap. First of all, and this came out to be what? That is torque. Can you just tell me what is magnitude of torque? You will say, sir, that is nothing but 1 by 3 only, 1 by 3 Newton meter. Correct. Option A is correct. Option B, the torque vector tau is in the direction of the unit vector plus k cap. Wrong. This is saying that what is the direction of this torque over here? That is minus k cap. Okay, it is saying plus k cap, which is wrong. Option B is wrong. Now let's basically find the velocity at t is equal to 1 seconds. Let's go for the option C. Let's solve for option C. Okay, that is the velocity of the body at t is equal to 1 seconds. Velocity of the body at t is equal to 1 seconds. Where is the velocity? This is the velocity. So take this, v is equal to, that is t square by 2, that is I cap, plus t square by 2 I cap plus t j cap exactly. At t is equal to 1 seconds, can I just write this velocity will come out to be, that is 1 by 2, this is I cap plus this is exactly j cap exactly. Now we can write this is 1 by 2 and this is I cap plus 2 j cap. You multiply this with, it will come out to be this only. Okay, 1 by 2 I cap plus 2 j cap. 1 by 2 I cap plus 2 j cap meter per second is coming out to be the velocity. Option C is exactly correct. Meter per second. Okay, fine. Everybody got this one, man? Okay. My mother tongue is Kashmiri. Okay. Now, next we have, what is the option number 4? That is the magnitude of displacement of the body at t is equal to 1 seconds. Where is the displacement? Idhar gaya. So, this is the displacement of the body at t is equal to 1 seconds. Kitna diya hai? 1 by 6 diya hai na, to 1 by 6 nahi aayega. So, kidhar hai? So, this is the displacement exactly at t is equal to 1 seconds. How much this is coming out to be? That is at t is equal to 1 seconds. This is coming out to be 1 by 6. I'll just write it over here. R is basically 1 by 6. Yeah, t cube by 6. I'll just write t cube by 6. I cap plus और क्या था यार, t square by 2 j cap, that is t square by 2 j cap. तो मैं लिखूंगा at t is equal to 1 seconds. Can I just write this? R will come out to be 1 by 6 I cap plus 1 by 2. This is exactly j cap. So this is surely not equal to 1 by 3. किधर गया? 1 by 6 not equal to exactly this 1 by 6 over here. Okay, so this is exactly incorrect. Now let's go for the question number next one. Can you solve this? Okay. So actually, we are friends since very, very, very long time. Okay. That's why. Now listen to me very carefully over here. Okay. So a solid disk of radius, this is exactly given. So we are given basically a solid disk. Okay, this is a disk which is exactly rotating. This was asked in JEE Mains 2021. So we have a solid disk exactly which is rotating exactly over here. So if I say this is rotating with the angular velocity, that's what we call the omega over here. So how much is omega given in this case? That is, you will say, sir, that is 600. That is RPM, rotation per minute exactly. So this is a disk which is rotating something like this. Okay. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Advanced questions look very easy. Yes, it was. See, if you know the concept, you can just solve the each and every question in just a seconds. Okay, in just seconds. Definitely. Okay. Now see, if I say, for example, this is a disk over here which is rotating with an angular velocity that is nothing but 600 RPM. Okay, this is a disk which is rotating with an angular velocity. This with what velocity it is rotating, angular velocity. And mass of the disk is exactly given as, that is kitna diya hai? That is 10 kgs. Okay, radius of this disk is exactly 0.2 meters. Okay, this disk is basically rotating. If I ask you to stop this disk, you'll say, sir, we need to apply the retarding torque. Okay, now if you are basically, see, whenever we say, for example, this box is moving in a forward direction. Okay, this box is moving in a forward direction. If I ask you to stop this box, you'll say, sir, I'll apply the force in the opposite direction. Because of that force, the box will basically stop. Now over here the disk is rotating. If I ask you to stop this disk, you'll say, sir, I'll apply the force. Because of that force, torque will be produced. Okay, this is what we call, you say, retarding force, FR. So over here, the torque you will apply, that is what we call the retarding torque. Because of that torque, the disk will exactly stop. Understand? Okay, you getting me what I'm trying to say? In that case, the disk will exactly stop. This is rotating. Okay, you are applying the retarding torque. For example, this is rotating something like this. You are applying the force. Because of that force, retarding torque will be produced. Okay, or the normal torque, if I say it will increase, it will basically change its angular velocity, it will increase, it will accelerate, angularly accelerate, angular acceleration will come. Now if I say you apply the retarding torque over here, because of that retarding torque, the body will basically come to rest. So we are supposed to find that retarding torque. Understand? How much amount of retarding torque we need to apply so that the body should come to rest in 10 seconds. Understand? In 10 seconds. Listen to me very carefully. This is a very simple question. See, you might have studied from the Newton's laws of motion, that is nothing but, you might have studied this formula, that is tau is equal to I times of alpha. Okay, sorry, this is F is equal to mass times of acceleration. F net is equal to mass times of acceleration. Okay, net force is equal to mass times of acceleration. This you have studied from your laws of motion. Now if I say there is the same formula in this rotational motion as well, that is nothing but I times of alpha. This is, we say this is kind of Newton's second law of motion. Understand? Newton's second law of motion. So we can say this is kind of rotational version of Newton's second law of motion. Why am I saying the kind of? Because we use this formula only and only in certain conditions where mass of a body is constant. What is the exact Newton's second law? You'll say, sir, F is equal to dp by dt. Okay, this is the exact Newton's second law. And what is the exact rotational version of Newton's second law? That is, instead of force, we write torque over here. Torque is equal, instead of momentum, we write angular momentum over here, dl by dt. Okay, rate of change of angular momentum with time. This is the rotational version of Newton's second law. This is the Newton's second law in linear motion. In mechanics you have studied. Now same goes over here. After basically deriving this formula from this one, we take the mass as constant, so we get this one. This is the famous equation. Same happens exactly over here. So in Newton's laws, we have force. Over here, rotation, we have torque. Torque plays the same role as force plays in linear motion. Over there, we have this linear mass, normal mass. We have over here, this is what we call angular mass, or we say moment of inertia. Angular mass or moment of inertia. Over there, you have acceleration, normal acceleration. Over here, you have angular acceleration. This is just a field. Okay. Now listen to me very carefully. What I'm gonna be basically making you understand. So in order to find this retarding torque, I want you people to use this one only. That is I times of alpha. Tau is equal to I times of alpha. Now, this is the retarding torque that I want you people to basically get. So this is tau is equal to, what is the moment of inertia of this disk if we talk about? This is a disk. This disk is rotating. This you will be studying in your upcoming lectures when I will take the moment of inertia topic. So moment of inertia of this disk, okay, this disk, about this axis which is passing through its center of mass will be exactly, that is mr square by 2. Okay, this is the moment of inertia. For now, you just remember this one. So this will be exactly, that is mr square by 2. Exactly, I'll put it over here. How to find this angular acceleration? You might have studied this formula. That is nothing but, you will say, sir, v is equal to u plus at. So over here, this will be omega final is equal to omega initial plus alpha t. Can you just tell me alpha over here? You will say omega final minus this omega initial upon this t exactly. So in that case, this alpha will be omega final. It is saying that this is coming to rest. See, this is v is equal to u plus at. Over here, omega final, that is final angular velocity, is equal to angular initial angular velocity plus angular acceleration into time. Now, can you use this formula over here? Definitely yes. You will say, sir, this is coming to rest after some time. So can I say final angular velocity will become 0? This is 0. Initial angular velocity, it is rotating with 600 RPM exactly. 100%. If this is rotating with 600 RPM, and I can put it over here, time is basically how much, in how much seconds, after how much seconds this is coming to rest, you will say, sir, 10 seconds, put it over here. So you can simply say, this is what, omega I is what, that is omega naught, initial angular velocity is this one only, that is omega naught upon this t. So what is the value of omega naught? 600 RPM. I want you people to change this in seconds, okay, RPS. So if I change this to RPS, this is omega naught is basically, that is, किधर लिखूं? इधर पे लिखता हूं. That is omega naught is basically 600 RPM. You want to change it to rotation per second, so you can definitely do it one thing. अब इसको काम करो, that is 600 upon this 60 multiplied by this 2 pi. ये कटा, ये हो गया 10, so this will come out to be, that is 20 pi exactly. Okay, that is RPS. That is, now you just take this RPS and you put it over here, multiplied by, that is omega naught by this t, omega naught by this t, because this came out to be from here alpha. Instead of this alpha, I'm writing this one. Okay, now can you just tell me what can we write afterwards? You'll say, sir, now it is very simple. So this t is coming out to be, what is the mass of this disk? You'll say, sir, that is 10 kgs. So multiplied by radius, that is 0.2. 0.2 square, I can write 0.4 exactly. Multiplied by omega is, that is 20 pi. 20 pi, okay? Upon 2 into time is after 10 seconds, this will come to rest. ये 2 ones, day हो गया 10 से. So ये हो गया 10, sorry, this is 4 pi exactly. I can write it over here. That is nothing but, this is 4 pi into, I can write 10 raised power minus 1 Newton meter. Okay. So this is exactly the torque. So I can put it over here. This is 4. So this is 4 exactly. Everybody got the feel of this question? Come on. Next question, JEE Mains 2021. Can you solve this one? Can you solve this one? Just the formula based question, very simple question. You can just kill it in few seconds. This was asked in recent attempt, July attempt, JEE Mains 2021. Okay. Okay, everybody, all the people over here, I want you people to basically go for this one, okay? As soon as possible, as soon as possible. Come on. So we say force over here is that is nothing but this one, okay? This is the force is applied. Exactly, okay? This is the force applied. Let me just make you understand this question. We have this plane. This is Y, this is X, and this is exactly that is Z, okay? X, Y, Z. This is a plane over here. Listen to me very carefully. Listen to me very carefully. If I say, for example, I have a plane, ये कुछ ऐसा है. Okay, this is something like this, okay? Forces applied, tick, 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 tick. Yes, listen to me very carefully. If I say, for example, in this case, the force is acting at this point. Understand? If I say, for example, the force is acting at this point. This is a plane. In a plane, the force is acting at this point. At x is equal to, that is 2 kitna diya? 2. X is equal to 2 centimeters, meters, whatever it is. Okay? And we are supposed to find, this is the force, okay? We are supposed to find the torque about this point. Kya diya hai coordinates? That is 2, 3, this 4. Understand? You are supposed to tell me the coordinates about this point. Just take this as a radius vector. Say, sir, it is very simple. Tau is r cross f. This is in a vector form. Okay? The force is exactly acting at this, x is equal to 2. Now, radius vector you need to find over here, because force we know. How much is force? You will say, sir, force in this case is that is nothing but 4i cap plus 3j cap plus this is 4k cap. Exactly. Everybody got it, man? This is basically the force. Can you tell me what is the radius vector in this case? You will say, sir, radius vector will be simply ये वाला है ना, क्या मैं इसको radius बोल सकता हूँ? About that, about this point, we are supposed to find the torque. If I say, for example, about this point O, at this point, force is acting. I'll take this as a radius vector from this point to this point. So कितना आएगा? This is x is equal to 2. This is having the x coordinate 2. So 2 minus 2, 0 हो जाएगा. And this is afterwards 0 minus this 3. So can I just write 3j cap minus 4k cap? Exactly. अब बस ले लो. Cross product. Now find the cross product. You'll say, sir, this tau is simply that is nothing but r cross this f over here. And in that case, we'll make a determinant. That is this I, j, and this is k. अब बोलो क्या क्या ले? That is minus 3 minus 4. तो इधर मैं लेता हूं. This is 0 minus 3 minus 4. And I can take this as 4, 3, 4. तो यहाँ पे ले लो 4, this 3, exactly this 4. So इसका cross product जो आएगा, that will come out to be simply, वो आएगा root of 256 after solving, okay? वो आएगा something like this, minus 16 j cap and minus 12 or plus 12 k cap. Just solve it by yourself, okay? So it will be plus 144. This will be root of 400. This will come out to be 20 only, okay? Fine. Okay, everybody, you got the feel of this one? Let's move on to the next question. This was asked in JEE Mains 2006. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I want you to basically go for this one, and this is for all of you. Everybody. Thanks, man. So people, this is my username, that is Yawar Manzoor on Unacademy. Okay. Follow ASAP. Everybody. That's great. And if you people want to join this Plus and Iconic, you can definitely join it as soon as possible. Okay. Use my code Yawar. Okay. There are top educators of the country who are teaching you inside this Plus platform. So go for it as soon as possible. I want all of you to basically go for it as soon as possible. ASAP. ASAP. Brothers and sisters. Okay. Dear friends. And what are the benefits that you can exactly get in this one? Like live classes, weekly tests, structured courses, unlimited access, personal guidance, test analysis, experts guideline, study material, everything you're going to be getting in this one. And if you take this Plus and Iconic subscription, no cost EMI is available. Okay, this is no cost EMI which is available exactly. For 30 months you can take it, 24 months. Use this code in order to get the maximum possible discount. Okay. And these are the batches which we have launched recently, okay, on Unacademy. Now, people, this is the T20 test series. You can win up to 5,000, 3,000, 2,000, okay? So use my code Yawar to enroll in this one, okay? If you want these offers, then go for it as soon as possible. Okay, this is what we call the mega combat, okay? Mega combat. If you want to learn, if you are preparing, if you basically are looking for taking Unacademy's subscription for free, then go for this one as soon as possible. And we have this feature that is Ask a Doubt, okay? Ask a Doubt. If you have any sort of doubt, you can post it on Unacademy. You'll get the solution within no time. You can ask unlimited number of doubts. You can ask the doubt any damn time. You'll get the high quality video solutions, that too in English as well as in Hindi language. Receive exact matches for your questions, okay? Next is how you can ask the doubt. There is an option, doubts and solutions. You need to click on that and you'll get this. And ladies and gentlemen, I want you people to subscribe to this JEE English Unacademy as soon as possible. If you haven't subscribed yet, dabakedar thokiye, jaldi like, share or comment. Okay? And like this video, press the bell notification so that you'll get the updates every time whenever we come live. Okay? Everybody over here. Thank you. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It was all about today. So much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.